Dustin Martin wants to play football for the Gold Coast Suns. And everybody is suddenly being very understanding about this latest move from the recently retired champ. Here's another Tiger great, Matthew Richardson, over the weekend.
When I sit back and look at it without my Richmond beanie on, I go, Dustin Martin has given everything to the Richmond Footy Club. You only get to play footy once. If he thinks that he can get motivated and he can get himself to a level to get back playing good footy, then good luck to him.
Matthew, I think you're being far too generous. After all, how galling would it be for the Tigers faithful if Dusty suddenly found the form and the hunger that so deserted him in this, his final $1 million plus year? And after all those emotional farewells. But that's not my biggest red flag for the Martin camp. After all, think about the response from the Gold Coast Suns since this story first broke. One, it was Dustin who first approached the Gold Coast Suns to go there a year ago. Two, the next approach, or the most recent approach in recent weeks to Damien Hardwick, also came from Dustin Martin and not the other way around. And three, the club wants to meet Dustin Martin to gauge his suitability to come to the Gold Coast Suns. And four, he can only hope to earn around $350,000 a year. Dustin, is this really the way you want to go out? Is this really the club where you want to end your great career?
There you go. Red flags everywhere for me.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Good arrow.
The Suns haven't exactly welcomed the approach with the public open arms. They're playing the role.
They're on the defensive. They're putting out warning signs everywhere to cover themselves.
If you were managing Dustin, you'd say, this club's not fair thinking about me. Why would you risk your legacy on
There it is there, Dustin's.
I do agree with what Richo said. You know, I'm against it from a Gold Coast perspective. I wouldn't. If I'm the Gold Coast Suns, I'd be thinking 34 years of age, we've got to move past that. We've tried Gary Ablett back in the day, the big name, didn't work for us. Dusty's even older than that. I wouldn't do it, but I'm with Richo. If Dusty wants to play again, the club's willing to take him.
What a way to end a great career. It's just so sad. I think it would be terribly sad. And look, I have got my Richmond beanie on to a degree, but I've got my footy fan beanie on too. And you didn't do it. You could have done it.
I know, but...
You never did it. It's just, if you can be a one-club player when you've had a great career, why wouldn't you end that way?
The point is, if you're motivated to play, I think you're motivated to play at Richmond, who have been so good to you, not at another club.
This was Damien Hardwick, by the way, at the best and fairest, talking a tough game for the future.
We as a team are better than you think. You have more grit and resolve than you know. All the answers you need are in this room. Our club will do everything in its power to give you every opportunity to be successful. The reality is, if we want to run with the big dogs, it's time to get off the porch. Let's go.
And for mine, it's time for the Suns to get off the porch on paying players for potential, because they've been doing it for a long time. Their cheque is not ever matched with action. And it is a cycle they've got to break. And here's another example. I'm not disputing for a minute this guy's got a huge upside.
It's not a bad point, Hutchie. Like, is there a player that has lived up to their contract with their performance?
This goes back to Lockie Weller.
Maybe Gary Ablett did.
Like, at some point, you've got to say, here we pay players for what they give us, not what we hope they will. And don't be scared of losing them. This is, please don't leave us money. Mac Andrew's got huge upside, but let us show us that first. Sixth in the best and fairest. He's had 1 or 2 disciplinary actions. He didn't make their team for the first 3 games of the year. They're yet to decide whether he's a back or a forward. He averaged, in the last 4 rounds, 9 disposals, 2 marks inside 50, and he's getting $12 million.
Yeah, I will say that I agree with you, Hutchie, that they paid him way too much. But the lure of the MCG and big clubs, big crowds, you do have to pay them a bit more than what a Melbourne.
But that's disproportionate.
Yeah, that is.
Stop being scared of losing them.
Yep.
Just pay them.
But they're sick of picks. They don't want Mac Andrews draft picks. They want Mac Andrew.
I don't know if it sends a great message through the playing group. Sam Draper earlier in the year got himself in a lot of trouble for these comments. They've aged pretty well on him though.
I've got a big call about the doggies. If Bevo's still there, there'll be some players requesting trades.
Whoa! Can you name names? I'll name names. Caleb Daniel, Bailey Dale,
McRae.
There's 3 good ones.
Yep.
What about Buddy Smith?
Boy, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
3 out of 4 ain't
all
bad.
that inaccurate, really, was it? Well, Bailey Dale have held on to him, so good on them.
And
but
Daniel.
And Caleb Daniel, we're not sure, but he's probably going to stay. Still, was sort of pretty right, really, wasn't he?